Hi everybody, Al Bernstein here with another one of my video blogs. Well, it appears that Floyd Mayweather will be taking on Marcos Maidana in a rematch of their scintillating fight. And I, for one, am glad. I think it's the right fight, and I think it'll be interesting. I know there is a theory that because Mayweather was able to kind of figure out the Maidana conundrum in the last 6 rounds of that fight and win many of those rounds to win a decision, I thought he won just barely enough of those later rounds to eke out a win. I had it 115, 114 for Mayweather, and as you recall, one of the judges had it a draw. So while Mayweather did much better in the second part of that fight, it wasn't as if he completely dominated Maidana during that time. And I believe that in the next fight, there are some things that Robert Garcia and Maidana can actually build on that they did in the first fight. Of course, we were all surprised to see Mayweather in the early rounds being pushed to the ropes and swarmed on as Maidana did, and to have Maidana, while he was very awkward in throwing some of his punches, have him land so many. But the one, I think, headline from the first fight that can't be overlooked is that Marcos Maidana, who's improved his jab dramatically, was able to use that punch to set up some punches. And I think that he still underused the punch. And I'm sure he and Robert Garcia will look back at that fight and see if they can build on that as something that can lead them to even more success in the second fight. Now, having said all that, I'm not suggesting that Marcos Maidana is going to walk in there and steamroll Floyd Mayweather. Nobody does that. And even though Maidana had very good success in that last fight, clearly we did see Mayweather, as he often does, figure out the Rubik's Cube and turn the fight to his advantage. I always make the analogy of Floyd Mayweather to the Borg in Star Trek. And for those of you that are Trekkies like me, you know that the Borg, after they've been fired upon by any weapon, takes them about 3 or 4 times for that weapon to do some damage, for them to completely adapt so that the weapon does no more damage in the future. And that's pretty much the way Floyd Mayweather fights. So, no, it's not an easy task for Marcos Maidana, but do I want to see that fight again? Absolutely, because it's the most interesting fight that Floyd Mayweather has been in years, and the most competitive. Many look back to his first fight with Jose Luis Castillo as perhaps a similar fight to the Marcos Maidana one, and in that one, Mayweather came back and won the second decision more convincingly. He did win the first, though many, including me, think Castillo could have gotten a decision. But even in that second Castillo fight, it was competitive and interesting throughout, but Mayweather clearly won. So for my money, Marcos Maidana is a good choice as Mayweather's next opponent.